Is it working? What's up? Am I live? There we are. Who knows anymore? Later. Right.
Gaming is now.
And I was looking for yours. I was like, what? Oh yeah.
Gaming.
Need the 100 thing. I know when I started my channel, or no, when I started Pen Geekeries, I did a really quick campaign on Facebook. Hey guys, I just need like 20 more likes so we can get a URL. Yeah. That's great. That's great. Right. Yeah, but there should be a direct link to the video too. Here we go. I'll give it to you. Uh, I think I came at the tail end of the Nicki Minaj video thing. Fishes.
Thank you for the link.
Fishes.
Let me pull up the stream here.
Yeah, that's my link. You know, I'll go grab yours. Sorry, I'm already here. Say something? I'm not hearing you on your stream. Just change your in your audio mixer, probably. Say something again. Oh, got it. Yeah, there it goes.
There we go.
Sunflower Shower, how's it going? How you doing?
Hopefully that's better. What's up, Sunflower?
Yeah, I got you. That works. Yeah, everything's working.
How do I unpin? I'm gonna unpin that one. And then pin this one.
You're good. Nice. Good to hear. Dun, 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 dun,
I'm so used to blaring funk music or whatever I was playing this morning.
Are you playing anything right now? No, you're not, right?
No, no. Just silence, my old friend.
How does this look? Oh no. Interesting. Still learning so many things about the YouTube as a platform.
This is my sneaky way of, imparting our knowledge. It's like a trade-off. I'm learning about YouTube, and in exchange, I'm like, if you guys need to know anything about Twitch, that's where we've been. We've got you. Allegedly. Gabe, what's good? Allegedly. Look at those emotes, too.
Emotes? Oh, nice. Yo, Gabe, what's up? How's you doing?
So, did you get any questions?
I didn't get any questions. Where's my phone? There it is.
I got questions, and only one of them is about one of them about Pokemon, and then one of them is about chicken nuggets. And the others are about us personally.
I got what did I get? I may have gotten. How do you go back? Oh yeah, you have to go. I have to go to my archives and then. So much navigating.
Do you archive my messages?
Half of streaming is just like navigating menus.
Did I really get an email? YouTube sent me an email. YouTube sent me a link to our live. It's like, hey, check out this live stream. This and it's got us on it. Are we moving too? No, we're not moving. Interesting. So, well, I labeled this TikTok Q&A, so I was obviously confused. This is a Twitch Q&A. I hope I didn't advertise this as a TikTok Q&A. We're gonna have to pivot.
What? I know. And then I'm gonna be quiet for the rest of this. It's like, oh, this is
Crickets.
Vanessa's domain.
You know how to like comments when I tag you and stuff?
Right. That's the extent. I tried like creating something on TikTok yesterday, and I was like, none of this makes sense to me. On the menu, all the editing stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know what any of this is.
It's not intuitive, I don't think.
No.
For someone who already does video editing, I think. I think it's harder for us because we're older. We expect it to work a certain way, and it doesn't.
Right. It doesn't. It's not like it's not intuitive. Like in my head, I'm like, all right, you just take this and you drag this here, and then you drop this in.
Right.
It doesn't work like that.
No.
I have two questions. One is favorite game, and another one is the funniest moments from Tomb Raider set. So.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I felt out the editing. It's definitely not for people not editor software minded.
Right.
Earl is a little low, V. How do I turn up how do I up your sound on my stream?
Test. Let me look at my own test. I'm
If
loud.
Loud?
Oh,
You're
just,
low.
If you right click on my portrait and
I'm upping the volume on Discord.
there you go, yeah.
Does that affect the stream? Is that any better, Q? What soup?
Yo, what's up, Q?
Now I'm getting the full effects of the... You know what I've been... So the thought train. I'm getting the full effects of your voice. Louder? Wait, louder as in you want him to be louder? Or he's louder? I've been wanting you to jump on all these voice actor challenges on TikTok. But at the same
I posted that one.
but as your manager, I'm like, is it I don't know how wise it is to actually do those things when you're actually like in the business. Cause for me, I'm like, nothing's at stake. I could put in like a low effort, video and I don't have to worry about people wondering if that's actually my A game.
Right. Oh, that's true.
He needs to be louder. Okay, I'm gonna turn you down because I don't think that worked. You're blaring in my ears. How do I? Is there a way to up the source? I think you're just coming in through my mic. No, my desktop audio is going. Oh, let me turn off a limiter. Maybe there's a limiter on this.
There's a limiter on your desktop audio.
Yeah, there is. I'll turn it off for now.
What it is.
Okay, how about now? Could you say something for me?
Test, test, test. Twas Berlig,
Now
slightly
you're
toes.
blaring. Okay, let me just put the limiter back on, but we'll raise it up. Okay. I think that should
Test,
be good.
test, test. Apples, oranges.
There. Now I have you at the same level as me.
Got it. Perf.
Higher audio output. Actually, I have a decent question. Whoa, better. Cool. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Your stream is super delayed compared to Earl's for me. YouTube server stream delay across the country. Is that a real thing?
I don't know.
Let me
It's so
get that.
weird. I know my like I'm getting your chat slower than you are responding to it, which is weird.
Interesting. Unique New York. Okay, so we have a question from Shark in chat.
Yeah, what's up, Shark from chat?
Shark says, how do you apply your acting training towards streaming?
Do you have
Hi,
something for
Vince.
that?
Do I?
Yo, Vince, what's up?
So for those of you who don't know, I studied theater in college. And I think I'm just getting older because I do forget how it applies. I think having like a theater degree, I think it gave me lifelong experience. I guess just auditioning and talking to people, networking, I guess. They kind of put this through this training where if you ever met someone, just, being outgoing and likable. So I guess those are the elements that I don't try to bring them to the table. I think they're just a part of who I am. I think those skills helped me even
Right.
after I left behind acting. Every time I interview or just when I'm in a new situation. I don't want to feel nervous when I'm meeting new people. So I think that part just comes out. It's like these skills just come to the table and I just want to make people feel welcome. So
Nice.
that's my acting training. I don't think there's anything specific acting wise, like any like acting techniques that I bring to streaming.
On my half, I think the one like concrete, like practical thing is just learning how to speak without ruining your voice. Because I mean, it's a thing. It really is a thing. If you're talking for 4, 5, 24 hours straight, and you're not supporting your voice correctly, at some point it's just gonna give out, and that's one of the biggest things that you learn, not just in like theater training, but like in improv as well, as how to project or just how to speak without straining your voice. So everything is being supported by the diaphragm, and I can like talk as long as I stay hydrated like this without putting any strain on my larynx for a decent amount of time. So that's one of the practical things I've learned in terms of Twitch and theater acting.
Do you mind telling us what your background is in terms of acting?
I'm some dude. I was a drama minor in college, which means I didn't take I took like 2 years worth of like acting classes, and I switched out to digital art. But Yeah, so that's the majority of my acting background in terms of education. But I've been working in the industry for like 12 years, doing improv, sketch comedy, commercials, TV, video games. I've done all that at like the studio level, so not tons, but I'm here.
Some dude is a technical term. Was looking for the
Some
redeem
dude.
hydrate. I was thinking about that. I was like,
I
oh,
know.
we're talking about larynxes. I better self
What's up?
redeem. No, Taco's a nice name. Good afternoon.
What's up, Pinoy Taco? What's up, Jesse Dukas?
I got a question here. It says, was the beginning setup of streaming hard? Q asked that, and then Shark goes, I can answer that. Yes.
Yes. I can go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
The beginning was honestly, it was interesting. It was definitely, I wouldn't say it was super difficult, but it was a lot of learning. There was a lot of learning involved. There was a lot of reading involved, and just sometimes, especially when I think I first started streaming or wanted to get into it, it was hard to find like a guide. And for me, I happened to find out what OBS was. I think just through a conversation with a friend, and looking up what OBS was, just that, and figuring out how to use it and what it does. That kind of that's what started me, and that was like kind of my base. I would just look up everything about OBS and figure out how to use it. But even then, it was a lot of looking at tutorials, and even, I mean, you know, you can look at a tutorial and start streaming, and things will break along the way. So yeah, it was definitely hard. It was tough.
Yeah, my answer is just yes. There's no single part of it that's really well, I'd probably regret saying that, but I don't think any of it is too difficult, any one element. It's just as soon as you get one thing, there's like 2 or 3 more things that you just weren't expecting that now you have to understand that. And it's a
Right.
continuous process. So the hard part for me is just the frustration of not knowing what to do. So when I started, I remember I would get so frustrated because I started off like I knew of OBS and I knew of slobs,
Right.
and I was trying to listen to people. I was asking for help. Someone was like, do slobs. It's so much easier. So I did it, and I didn't get it. And I was like, I hate this. So I was I found a YouTube video that made it easier for me to understand OBS. So then I like did OBS. And then I was switching back between the two. I'd ask someone for help with OBS, and they'd be like, I don't know how to use OBS. Use this. And I'd be like, is there not an agreed upon like easier program?
I don't think there is, because even now, like I have a tech support channel in my disc and my Discord, and that whole conversation happened all over again. Like, what should you use, OBS or slobs? And other people are like, I like OBS better. It makes more sense to me. And some people are like, there are too many buttons, so I just use slobs. But it's all over the place.
Yeah, but the difficult part is being patient and having to understand that you just have to find out what works best for you, because there are going to be things that people love and you just don't jive with.
Right.
And no
Absolutely.
one service does it all.
Yeah, there's still other things like, what is it, XSplits, or there's another broadcasting software, I think. But yeah, there's the cool thing is that there are options, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I will say that right now, like OBS doesn't look like it's going to go anywhere. So I'm not saying that the other ones are going to disappear, but I think it's a good thing to learn just the base model of everything. It's like when you're like playing Street Fighter or a game like that, and you have the option to change your buttons. I mean, you could, but you could also just learn the way the buttons are already laid out, so that when you go pick up a game at another place, you don't have to sit there and like rearrange everything.
Right.
I have a question. Well, aside from explicit marketing promotion intention, what do you feel are better ways to create return viewership?
Organic return viewership. Oh, you're right. I'm just waiting for the wisdom to come in. I'm like,
Oh, okay. I think, I mean, we were talking about this once, right? I think a couple weeks ago about just how we're talking about how the importance of like a community in Twitch, especially if you're not like famous or something. Just going around actually just making friends, you know, online, and hanging out in people's chats every so often, and supporting people in terms of like helping them push their stuff, and you know, people will towards that, and you just have to be very sincere about it. I mean,
yeah,
don't come at it with an angle of like, yo, I can help you if you help me. But yeah, just I think getting out there in the community and just being cool, and people will see that and gravitate towards it.
Girls' advice: be cool, be seen.
Be cool, be seen. Yeah. Don't feel also don't feel bad about pushing your stuff, because that was one of the biggest things I think when I first started acting. I felt like, oh, nobody's gonna want to watch this. Should I put this out there? But just put it out there. Just put it out there.
Yeah, I can remember that. I think I started. I think I got. So I started streaming. What's the word? Repeatedly, because I kind of gave Twitch a go.
Consistently?
Yeah, consistently. In 2017, I gave it a go on my PlayStation, and then I quit after a while, and then just picked it up really in May of last year. And I remember I did it because a friend of mine was kind of pushing me to do it, and he was a friend of mine who I really respected for his own hustle. I don't know if he ever streamed. I mean, he might have done it for promo, but he, like, in his career, I really respected what he was doing. So he was like, I think you'd be good at this. You should do these things. And I was like, it's like at the time I was just scared to put myself on the internet. I felt I don't know about ashamed, but I really wasn't in the same state of mind as I am now, where I didn't want to put things. I didn't want to be seen. I was like, I don't want to make content. No.
Was it a safety thing, or is it like just
what do you mean by safety?
Well, I guess a security thing, like
being doxxed or something.
Yeah.
No, I think it was more embarrassment. I think.
Oh, okay.
Because I know I really pushed hard on Instagram in like 2016, 2017. Mm-hmm. And I remember being very meticulous and wanting every post to look perfect and really doing it for the sake of getting sponsorships. So when I left that behind, I wasn't in the same state of mind. I was like, I don't want to have to like go out and make things every day and try to look perfect for Twitch. And then once I embraced it, I didn't have to look at it that way. One thing that helps me is I like to look at the algorithm in a good way. Whereas before I would have thought like I shouldn't be making all these posts because I don't want to like annoy someone. I don't want them to see that I posted 4 things today. I'm like, the algorithm helps you because people aren't going to see your post unless they like looking at your posts already. It's not going to show it to them. So now I'm just like, I just put it out there, and if you like it, you'll find it.
You just have to. I think when we were going over marketing for Room to Improv, which is the Asian American theater improv troupe that I run, and one of the things we're talking about is like, especially in terms of social media posting, it takes a while for people to actually engage it with your posts or what you're doing. So somebody brought it up where I haven't looked it up, but the whole kind of rule of thumb is like it takes 7 or so impressions for 7 or so times for somebody to see your post on their timeline for them to actually go, maybe I should check this out. So I mean, yeah, just put it out, because here's the thing too: the algorithm, any of the algorithms, people are not going to see all your posts, unless you're consistently interacting with them, I guess. But even then, Lessons, just put it out. If you're doing it, put it out. If you're doing something and you want people to come see that you're doing something, just put it out there.
Good advice. I say about advice that we're giving. Hype yourself up. That's my other advice.
Right. Be your own hype man, but I mean,
Be
that's
your own
true.
hype man, yeah. Otherwise, then why are you doing it? You know?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, I have problems with that too. Like talking about what my accomplishments are. I'm like, people don't really want to hear this. But I mean, I think there are certain situations where people do want to hear what you do and what you're about. I mean, like one of these, something like this, a Q&A, just to give a firm base of like where I'm coming from. I think it's a good thing, like you said. So thank you for like reminding me, like, what are your qualifications, Earl? Yes, this is what I do.
Earl just assumes everyone knows who he is. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh man.
Let's see what else. What is there's a good one. What was the starting decision for streaming for both of you?
The very first time I heard about Twitch, I was doing background work. I don't even know on what. I think it was like some music festival movie-esque project or something.
Right.
But this guy was kind of big on the platform, and he played Smash Brothers.
Mhm.
But he was like, he streamed because he was one of the best in the country. But he was bragging about it, and I think
Right.
I still am this person, but like any new opportunity, I just want to bounce on. So I was like, oh, I could do that. So then I got on Twitch. So I think I didn't have a PlayStation. I bought a PlayStation. I bought a headset. I bought a mic. I bought the camera. And then like the
Right.
next day I was streaming. So
Oh my
yeah,
God.
he made it sound fun. Well, at first he made it sound fun. He was he was just bragging. He was like, "Oh, I'm professional. I'm a gamer," you know. And then as he talked to me more, he was kind of just like, "Yeah, he's like, I don't enjoy it anymore. I play this game for 12 hours every day, and it's not enjoyment. It's just
Oh,
it's
God.
just the exercise of like how fast can I hit these buttons."
I mean, that's the thing about I think esports, especially the competitive games, that people don't understand. Is like there's this training there. There's a lot of training, a lot
Yeah.
of knowledge, especially the fighting game stuff. Yeah, God. Why I started, I guess. Let me change the track. This is kind of this is literally called Mario the Portal Mix or something like that. But why I started streaming is, so like I said, I've been an actor for 12 years now, and one of the things that you learn as an actor is, like, especially in the very beginning, you're not going to make not any money, but you're not going to make enough to live off of in the first few years. And so as that, just that being the case, you learn to pick up as many side gigs as you can. And so when I heard that monetization and things like, there was a possibility for monetization on things like YouTube and Twitch, I started exploring those possibilities. And unfortunately, I was not able to like be consistent on either platform until just because of other work, other like acting work and stuff. Until all the acting work stopped because of pandemic. So at that point, it became do or die. I mean, I already had it set up. Like, I had a computer and I had just bought a webcam, and I learned how to use a capture card and routing a PS4 to capture sources. I had learned all that stuff, and I was doing Pangeekery right about the same time as when I started using my Twitch account to stream. But it took until right around when Vanessa started too, like March, April of last year, where I kind of just sat down there and I was like, acting might not come back for a long, long while. I better figure out something else for a bit.
I can't remember. Did we make the decision together to kind of jump back into Twitch last year? Or did we just kind of bring it up both and we're like, yeah, I'm kind of doing this? I remember you were the one who kind of inspired me to push for affiliate, and I was using your guidance because you had just gotten it. And I remember that was your goal when you got back into it. But I can't remember if we were both just like, oh, so I'm on Twitch now.
I don't remember how it came up.
Yeah, me neither.
Because this was like, oh gosh, this is before I got a new computer. This is before even you got your new computer. Because I remember we were talking.
Yeah.
You had started streaming Minesweeper on your Mac.
Yeah. I was
And
having
then
a huge career meltdown. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And I was thinking about like digital art or whatever, photo editing, whatever. So I was trying to get new equipment, and it wasn't running on my MacBook. So I was like, I need a new PC, and it might have been just getting the new PC. I was like, I'll stream again.
Right. I remember we were looking at PCs, right?
Yeah.
Or I was looking.
I feel so bad. I had Earl price out a PC for me because I was like, I want to go like really cheap. I think he priced one at like $400.
Yeah, it was something crazy. It was like, yeah, like probably it was, yeah,
Literally.
600-700, I think. Yeah, I think I still have it.
Yeah, if anyone wants a PC in that price range, he did this for nothing. And then I hit you. I was like, I bought this, and then you're like, I just finished your. I just finished making this for you. There's a what do you call this?
The part picker list.
Yeah. I was like, whoops.
I was like, okay, that's cool. Because like what you ended up getting was like way more powerful than.
Yeah. It was way more powerful, but it was like also out of my budget. So it's had I given him like if I had actually like told him the same number, it probably would have been a lot easier. It's really really hard for you to find something nice.
It was yeah. I mean, the funny thing is too, like that $800 build now is probably going to cost something upwards of $1,000 because hardware prices have gone up so far, like during pandemic.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here. What's up, Arlen? What's up, Pinoy Taco? Patrick B Camp, what's up, dude? Yo, Arnold, Warrior, Kajit, what's going on, folks? Let's see. I know there was a question. How do you balance tangible, concrete goals versus thinking you'll be the next PewDiePie? I don't know. I have an idea of how I do that. Is that something that you question? Like,
it's something that I'm working on because I typically, in the past, I make way too many goals, and I take the big goal and then I like micro goal it, and like every day is like plotted out. I think I've told you before. When I get going on scheduling, I'll be like, okay, 15 minutes to meditate. Okay, 5 minutes to drive to get to my car. 10 minutes to sit down and enjoy a snack. I go way ham on it. So my only goal right now, Twitch related, is I want to make partner. I know in the beginning my goal was to make 100 followers a month, but even then I've let that go because I want partner, and viewers or followers has nothing to do with any of the requirements.
Right. It's hours streamed, concurrency at 75, and I forgot the last one. It's probably a number of streams or something. Because the first two are the easy ones. It's the 75 concurrency that's like the killer.
So that's how I manage it. I guess so that's my tangible. I give myself one tangible goal, and I'm not giving myself a deadline for it. And then my other, just for me, goal is just to have fun and do it on my terms. Do it the way that makes me happy.
Right.
So that makes it not seem like work.
Right. Absolutely. I totally get that. And I was gonna go back and liken it to my my acting career, and I think Vanessa brought up a good point, or like a good saying, is that you're just doing your thing, and you're working hard at it, not giving yourself a timeline, which is huge thing. I think, especially if in terms of how that works in the acting sphere, it's there are so many intangibles, there are so many variables in an acting career that you can't really fault yourself for being at a different stage as somebody else. And I think that carries over into Twitch. There's just so many variables. Like one day things might pop off, somebody might discover you and start pushing that. So I think that it's good to have goals. It's good to want to be partner. To like give yourself a timeline and say I'm going to try it for like 2 years and then quit if it doesn't work is like it's shooting yourself in the foot, you know. You need to give, if you're like you truly want to do something like this, then you're just going to do it because you enjoy it and you think it's a viable option for you. I mean, and give it as much time as it needs to. So in terms of like my goals, I would like to make partner, of course, because that just makes this more viable in terms of like something that can support not only me but also my acting career. So I'm of the mindset where it's like I don't have a goal in terms of fame. I've never, you know, I don't have that, but I always in my head I want to make it to a point where, and this is the same with my acting career, I just want to be able to support myself to do the things that I love by doing the things that I love. So, and in Twitch, in the case of Twitch, it's video games and like making people laugh and shit. So
making them laugh and do what?
Making them laugh and defecate. That's what I meant by that. So is Vanessa Bob wearing a pantsuit?
What is a pantsuit? Is that just like a combo pants and a suit?
I think it's just when a you know, a woman wears a suit, it
Oh,
all of a sudden
then yes.
becomes a pantsuit.
Well, I'm wearing the suit jacket. I'm not wearing the accompanying. I don't even think I fit into the bottoms anymore. I'm just wearing my Christmas leggings underneath. I figured I'd only need to dress up for the top half.
No, that's me too. Guess what I'm wearing?
Christmas
On the
leggings?
bottom half. Oh, me? No, I'm not wearing Christmas leggings.
You said, "Oh me." What?
Who else would I be talking to?
Do we want to know?
What do we got? Thank you everybody for hanging out, by the way, for the questions.
Yeah, thank you.
But self-promo is hard. I still have a hard time with it. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's, you know, it's pushing into your discomfort, and that's I know I feel like I'm talking about like acting a lot, but literally the same tools becoming semi-successful at creating an acting career applied to Twitch is like pushing into discomfort, and especially if it's something that you know is gonna help you out. For B Camp, for one who's recently been affiliated, how do you balance the desire to just constantly be out there while taking time for yourself to recharge and not always be on?
That's a tough one because that evolves too.
Right, it does.
As
It
you
really
get
does. It
bigger.
changes.
That's definitely something that is a worry on my mind because it's, for me specifically, I know I'm not really a gamer. I like the ability to hang out with people and the fact that I can do something that I would deem as boring, but I can share it with an audience. But then you get to the point where I'll get a meal and I'm like, I should stream this. And then it's like, I don't want to get to a point where I can't eat a meal without being in front of a camera, you know? So that is a danger, and that's not something that I feel that it's still something that I have to keep in check. But yeah, I think just my body. I just listen to my body. If I feel like relaxing, I'm just like, oh, just enjoy this. You don't have to be on camera. and then I don't, because I don't have those a lot of numerical goals. I don't have a streaming schedule, so that helps me a lot. So I don't
Right.
feel like I have to go live every day. If I'm streaming a lot and I'm loving it, that's great, but maybe there'll be a stream I do, and then maybe 4 days after, I'm like, I just want to chill at home. I don't want to
Yeah.
stream. So then I can just take that. So it's very intuitive at this point.
Nice. For me, I think I took the opposite kind of approach to what Vanessa did. I know Vanessa doesn't like to have a schedule. Also, that she hates video games. And I don't know how many times I've like, I hate this game. I did. What is this, Skyrim? At first.
Every game, I've said that about every game I
Right.
played on stream. It says in my profile, it says I hate playing
I hate
games.
But I took the opposite approach where I sat down and I asked myself, how much do I want to stream, and how often do I want to stream, and then I set a schedule according to that. So I figured I wanted maybe 2 or 3 days off, and then all the other days I'm going to stream, and I'll figure out which days those are, and which days happen to fit into my IRL schedule. And that's kind of just the way, again, acting has worked. Is like, in terms of scheduling rehearsals and shows and all that stuff. It's I have the stuff that if you look at it like you have a glass jar that you're trying to fill with the stones, right? You put all the big ones in first, and then those are the things in your life, the times, the schedule bits that are immovable that you cannot negotiate with. So those, the big stones go in first, then you fill in the medium ones, and for me the medium ones are the are streaming. So they're not the most important, but they're still pretty important, and they go in second, and then you fill in the little details with sand or whatever. That's the analogy. And so like I said, I set as many hours as I wanted to stream in the beginning, create a schedule from that, and then went from there. I said I'm going to stream this and this and this, and I try to hold as tight to it as I possibly can. Also, I try to be very conscious of not streaming too long, because I know sometimes when I'm really into a game, I'll sit there for. I've sat down and I've streamed one game, Heavy Rain. I sat there for 13 hours and I beat it, and I know that can happen. So I keep very conscious of like what time it is, how long I've been streaming. And once it hits like 4 or 5 hours, I'm like, all right, I better think about ending, because I don't want to burn myself out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so set a schedule for me. Set a schedule, find your comfortable parameters, and then stick to them.
Whoops.
No.
Rage! Let me reset my. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
You saw nothing.
Just had to. Just had to will it back into functioning. Don't think about being the next PewDiePie. Yeah, for sure. Little weird having to hear my real name from you guys. Yeah, I mean, I knew what your real name was, but do you feel doxxed? 75 average is so tough unless you get rated by someone huge. I have noticed steady growth though. Yeah, absolutely. Sup, Arnold? What's up, Marmo? How's it going? Couldn't have said it better. Thanks. What's up, Pinoy Taco? That's where I've been getting afraid, B Camp. All I do is all I do and enjoy. I'm tempted to try and find a way to stream, but I know I need to relax and enjoy life as well. Yeah, life balance, even when you're doing stuff outside of streaming, right? Did somebody say bits? But you don't use my real name. I'm offended.
Everyone, put your real name, your full name, so that we can address you all. Just kidding.
I know.
Don't trust us.
Just give us all your information. So Earl Balin, who lives at blah 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 blah. I'm not gonna. Can a spider be a pet? Sure. I've known people with spiders as pets.
Social security never included. Thank you. Thank you for including that.
Thank you, thanks.
I've got here, what influences your decisions for what you're doing, for what you're going to stream for the day, or what your stream schedule will look like? So for what I'm going to stream, it's really just whatever I wake up and want to stream. Sometimes, I mean, you get so many suggestions, or just from, because I would say I consume about as much Twitch content as I do stream it. I probably watch about the same amount. So
Yeah,
just
you're a lot
watching,
better at that than I am.
I try, again, when I'm like over scheduling my life, it can also manifest, and I make all these lists. I'm bad about to-do lists, where like every suggestion I get, or every time I see something that looks cool, I'll write it down, and then I get overwhelmed because I have this list of things, and then maybe a week later, none of them look appealing anymore because I've stressed about it. So it's really whatever I want to do that day. That's another. The way I approach things, not having a schedule, is just because my personality shifts a lot. So I just try to be, for me, in order to have that wiggle room, but also to not feel like I'm not disappointing anyone, but to be mindful of my audience, I try to just under-promise, over-deliver. So I try to be mindful to not be like, tomorrow I'm going to stream this, because then the next day I'll probably be like, well, now I don't want to stream it or something. So I just go live. I literally, so because what I'm trying to do more, since I'm not doing the scheduling, is instead of just dropping streams, which is what I was doing a lot, now I'm trying to be more mindful of putting posts out when I do go live. So at least people have some sort of like inkling of what's going on.
Right.
But when I'm in the mood to stream, I figure out what I want to stream, I put it out on social media, and then I invite you guys in. But then even over there, I do long streams. They're getting longer, I guess, because I've moved to nighttime and I like doing that. But we cover a lot of topics. So then once the stream starts, it's basically whatever we want to do.
Right.
I don't really plan that out.
Really quick. You took a break last week of 2 11-hour streams. Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah, the week break.
I would do the same. Okay, I have a spider named Greg. He eats meat, and I don't think that's normal. I don't feed him meat. I don't know how he got that.
What?
That
Greg.
sounds like a horror movie starting to happen. You should. My advice in that with that situation would be start writing a script about it and sell it.
And sell it.
And sell it. As far as what influences my decisions for what I'm going to stream, I do have a game suggestion channel in my disc, and people have been very gracious about like suggesting games that they've liked or enjoyed. And also a shout out to True Hope Faith has helped by compiling a list of like everything that people have suggested, and I kind of choose from there what I'm going to stream. Right now we're playing Jedi Fallen Order, and Tell Me Why. Tell Me Why is one I just wanted to play, and I think what helps with me feeling burned out is I pick games that I'm excited about. You know, I was looking through the list. I'm like, I'll usually get I'll pick like 4 or 5 out of the list that I'm kind of excited about playing, and then I'll put it up to a poll in Discord, and that's usually what happens. These 2, Jedi Fallen Order and Tell Me Why, are just things I really, really wanted to play right now. So, but other times I will take suggestions. Like I took, I put it up to a vote, and we did Oxenfree. That was through a poll, and we picked Little Nightmares through a poll as well. So, yeah, it just, again, whatever I'm excited about, because like as long as I'm enjoying myself, I think other people are enjoying themselves, and that's basically it. The other things like Jackbox and Destiny are things that have kind of just become like just a staple of the schedule. I think Fridays happened for me because Jackbox Fridays, because it was a way initially. This is how it started, really. Jackbox was the thing I discovered playing with my with the Room to Improv, my improv team, and we used to do shows every first Friday of the month. That was our thing. Every month we had a show, and same with my the musical I was in, Support of White Parents. So we performed every Friday, and when pandemic happened, I still wanted Room to Improv to have something on Friday nights because we couldn't perform, and I didn't want to do a show over Zoom because I don't think they work as well. So I started doing Jackbox Fridays with Room to Improv, and it kind of just morphed into a community night. So that's how that happened. But yeah, other than that, I just put it up to poll.
Yeah, I think when we were trying to figure out whether, like, how we both started doing Twitch at the same time, I think also because Jackbox was so every Friday.
Right, yeah.
I had all of my friends, literally, like, all my friends who were down from, like, college or from acting, like, because I remember I put the time zones, and I had to put, like, 4 or 5 time zones. That was how we sort of kept sane at the beginning of lockdown. And then it was at the very tail end, because we were doing it. I don't even think Google Hangouts, I think that's going away, so it's not even around anymore. But we were doing it on, like, Facebook and Google Hangouts, and I was trying to find like the right platforms to do it. And then at the tail end, we kind of we moved it over to Twitch. Right. So that way I didn't have to, like, collect everyone's email addresses and, like, do it over Zoom and, like.
I remember there were some days where it was just me and you, and maybe.
Yeah. And then, like, so for you guys who know Shaman Steve on Twitch.
Oh, yeah, Shaman, right.
That's how I found Lieberman, because Shaman was part of that group, and he would always bounce at the same time. And he was like, I play Jackbox with someone else. And I'm like, who is this person? And then we eventually started watching, and it was Lieberman. So yeah, that's kind of, now I remember that was sort of how I got back into Twitch the second time.
Right.
And that wasn't. So that arose out of, like, a need to just hang out with friends.
I think so. I think a lot of it did. I do remember thinking back to, like, the very beginning of pandemic, the start of those, like, Jackbox Fridays. Like, and it was in the afternoon for me. Because, yeah. And that was back when we only had Quiplash. Remember, we would play Quiplash for like 3 hours. Okay, so I only have one Jackbox party pack, and, like, that was really the only game we wanted to play or could over, like, Hangouts. Like, so I would call it Quiplash. It's called Quiplash Fridays. The Facebook group is called Jackbox Homies, and I'd make an event every Friday to try to see who was gonna be there in the call. And I was like, I'm always the person who ends up doing it because I like to be involved, but I hate, like, gathering people together for events, and I was stuck doing this, like, on a weekly basis. And I was like, if I just stream on Twitch, I don't have to do this. I don't have to send out invites. People know where to find me. So yeah, it kind of just happened naturally from there. Yeah, it's true. And then, it became Twitch. I don't know. It's a weird path. If you chart it, it's a kind of a weird path to getting to, like, right now. It's kind of interesting. And you forget. It's funny. Well, we're old. Yeah, but... I've forgotten all this stuff, like, until we brought it up. I forgot. Because honestly, we kind of reconnected right around when lockdown happened. Yeah. I think. Yeah. Because we didn't really talk to each other for a little bit before that. If I remember correctly, I don't know. We don't remember anything. I know. It's not like I keep a diary. There's not a Vanessa diary on. Well, I start. Did diary. No, I remember. For not using that term, we got back in touch, and we kind of made a pact to kind of just, like, not to hang out on a weekly basis to keep sane, because I know that part, that was when people started to, like, freak out because they were losing all the social interaction. And I think that we were both, we didn't want to get into a place where we were, like, isolated. So we sort of just had the same goal in mind. And then now we're here, and now I spend freaking hours and hours on your streams.
Yep.
I know. It's true. Now I drop single bits in your stream and just see how you're going to react to it.
But it's
This
funny.
is me every time I drop a bit.
I'm gonna purposely ignore them now. Just kidding. But it's really fortunate that happened at the beginning of lockdown, because it's kind of like we knew we needed to take care of ourselves in that way. Because I hear
Right.
from friends who've seen, even friends who've kind of checked out my stream but aren't really like into the Twitch community, who are like, you're at home just as much as I am, but you feel like, it seems like you are still getting your friend time. Like you still feel like well-rounded, and it's like kind of what Twitch has done for me. I don't feel alone. I still feel like I have a I feel like I'm part of a community, which has been nice.
Yeah, it's been great. Honestly, I think I spoke about that right around New Year's on my New Year burrito stream. Yeah, it's the thing about it is that too that because it's a platform where like ultimately in the end, like the streamer, the broadcaster is, you can do whatever you want as long as it's like it's within TOS. So you can be as weird as you fucking want. You can talk about whatever, and that's kind of the cool thing. If you want to come back and hang out, you will. But like I kind of just do whatever I want, and
I just picture you cooking chicken by your toilet. Was it by your toilet? This man, he had like a little like shell, like a tabletop place where he could grill chicken, and I just see like his like bathroom, like right in the corner of the screen. And you're streaming you cooking chicken by a toilet. I was like, what an age to be alive.
I totally, because the first time I did that, it was I had my bathroom door closed, and I was like, when I framed it up, I was like, that's weird. The toilet used to not be in this shot. That was a little odd, but yeah. Let's see what else we got. What is OQ? What is the best starting route for growing on Twitch?
What's your goal? Or why? Well,
no, sorry, go ahead.
the question was, what's the best starting route for growing on Twitch?
Yeah.
It's hard for me because it's like I have to continually ask myself why I want to grow on Twitch, because we know how you could like get numbers, I guess. I don't know. Because if you're just looking at numbers, it's like have a following somewhere else or get rated by famous streamers. Like,
Right.
depends. I don't know. That's a hard question. But there are things that work. It's just a matter of like what things are really going to make you happy. What do you want to do?
I think one thing that I can like definitely point to in terms of a starting route is for growth specifically is just being consistent. And being consistent doesn't necessarily mean having a set schedule. Being consistent means just streaming, enough for people to remember you, basically. So, 2 or 3 days a week. If your thing is you stream twice a week, then just stay consistent with being a streamer twice a week. And I can literally point to when there's this website that we look at a lot, Twitch Tracker. And
I do get obsessed with analytics. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
If you looked at like my Twitch tracker, you can see there's very much a linear increase in followers and viewer count starting from when I actually started being consistent, which was the beginning of pandemic. Of course, pandemic also plays a role in that, but as soon as consistency started happening for me, so did growth. So I think being consistent is one of the most important things you can do if you're trying to grow.
Maybe another thing I'd throw out there is we've talked about how important it is to find a community, but I would say to keep that going, I think it can be easy to make your solid group of friends and then want to stay there, which is like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, you can be happy with the same group of friends. That's cool, but you might be missing out on some growth if, or you might grow slower if you're continually raiding the same people or collabing with the same people over and over again. I know my little raid procedure, it can be a little long sometimes, but I came up with this thing where sometimes I try to make my raids as random as I can. So I go through this process where I have people choose a random number, and then to not skewer it so that people aren't trying to come up with a bigger number or a lower number to kind of raid a bigger or smaller streamer. Then I leave it up to my bot to figure out where to count it from. But I try to make the raid as random as possible, not only to send my viewers somewhere completely new, but also, I mean, you follow a lot. I follow a lot of people. I try not to follow a lot of people, but I end up following a lot of people. And there might be people on my list who I don't remember why I followed them, or I might like continually kind of like look past them when I'm trying to figure out who to raid. So it kind of forces me to go back and remember, like, follow them for a reason. I thought they were cool at one point. So it lets me not pigeonhole myself. So yeah, you never know. You never know when you get back into a community. Maybe the stream vibed with you for a little bit, but you don't really feel the need to go back. And then you go back another day and you have the time of your life, and then you make lifelong friends. So I try to just put myself outside of my comfort box. Comfort box?
Comfort zone?
Yes. Mine's a box. It's a cardboard box.
Hashtag comfort box.
Hashtag comfort box.
It sounds and it's weird that comfort box sounds not comfortable. I don't know why.
It's very comfy. But when you brought up Twitch Tracker, I thought of that because when you look at my spikes of my followers, the biggest spikes are when I joined a new community. You'll join a new community and you might vibe with people, and then all of a sudden everyone is like, "Oh, that's Vanessa Bob. She's so funny," and then it just kind of happens really quickly, and that can happen anywhere. So
it really can.
It just means you just gotta approach it genuinely, which is what we said at the beginning.
Right. Just don't come into people's streams going like, "Hey, throw me a follow. Hey, can I get your raid?" Don't do that. Don't do that. Like, homie, chill. Let's see. What's up, Nicole? How are you? He's the size of a human head. I'm scared of my mind. You should probably get out of that place and write that script. I wish I had questions, but most of my cues are tech-based. Right. So I guess for a non-tech savvy person, what's the best way you can suggest learning how to spruce up your Twitch as you go?
What's the best way to spruce up your Twitch as you go for a non-tech savvy person? For me, just try things. I consume a lot of, whenever I see something that's cool, I'll just like reach out to a friend and be like, how do I do this? And what I've been doing recently is I try to do, because I get really down sometimes on my work if I do it off stream, because it'll be in the middle, I will have streamed, and then after that I'm like, I should work on overlays or something, and then I'm alone in the dark in my room and I'm like, I can't get this to work. But streaming my work process is actually, I think it's interesting for other people to be there, and it might be educational for them. So if you're gonna try something that feels out of your comfort zone, I stole that from Gary Vaynerchuk. He tells people, he's like, for people who say, like, I'm not interesting or I'm not really good at anything, what content should I make? He's like, just document your process. So if you want to try something new, if you want to spruce up something, do it live, let other people see, because then you're teaching people who may be on the same path as you, who are a little bit behind you, but then also people who maybe have done it or maybe have recommendations. So
Right. Yeah, I think there's a and I don't want to say it's necessarily a myth, but there's this belief that like to be a streamer, you have to be a certain way, you have to be like a certain way of interesting, or you have to have a certain kind of vibe, and I don't think that's the case.
yeah, you don't have to form your identity from the get-go. It sort of happens.
No, and I mean, in terms of like streaming your process, I've done that, a few times. I've sat down and like, God, I got to work on this flyer for Pots and Pan Geekery, or I got to work on this new Pan Geekery thing, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna stream it, and people come in and hang out, which is pretty awesome. Even I mean, y'all were in that the merch stream last week, so.
Check out our socks. But that was a lot of fun, yeah. I maxed out my merch store and I could keep going. I was bummed that it cut me off. But we did that
Right.
over an entire stream and it was so much fun for me.
It was a long stream. I don't know. I remember how long it went. 12 hours at least. I think it was a 12-hour on my end, and then you stayed on for 4. I slept and then started. I woke back up and immediately started streaming again. So
I think I have a clip for
Tell me
you.
why.
I don't remember who said it. Was it someone? I clipped someone. Maybe it was YJ. They were kind of like saying what happened because you left. My goal was to keep streaming until you came back live. So I found this.
Sorry.
No, it's not on you. There's no expectation on you. But I found a 30-minute fart video, and I was like, okay, Earl's supposed to stream in 2 hours, so we'll just play it 4 times. So I think it was YJ, he was talking about it. He was like, this girl was mad. She was trying to play 2 hours of farts to buy time.
Oh shit. Oh god. That's hilarious. Let's see. I love how Bam infiltrated your Jackbox nights. Yeah, I love that. I love that. Like how even people from my real life, Stephanie Iniguez in the chat is my old roommate from gosh, a long time ago. I'm not gonna date us.
Redacted years ago.
Redacted. But just to see people like from my real life coming to my streams and hanging out at things like Jackbox nights or the music. Also, yeah, you might remember Seth from the Christmas Carol stream on Christmas Day. So yeah, I love that. I'd love to get into designing overlays too. Right? No, Steph, you need to do that, and also start streaming. And I know we're going to do another singing stream. We have to do that soon.
Oh, that's another thing. If you don't know what to stream, maybe if there's something that you do already with a friend who streams, hit him up. Be like, do you want to do this on like a video call?
Yeah. And
why not? People will watch anything. Let me tell you that.
Right.
I've been trying to get Shark to do a yo-yo stream. I don't know why. That like the nostalgia hit. Anything. And also, I know Marmo said something about tech questions. Feel free to ask us tech questions. I can't guarantee that we can be helped, but like,
right.
I mean, that's a huge struggle when you're starting out because you have so many tech questions, and then a lot of times because Google's helpful for a lot of things, but sometimes you can't find the exact answers you need for streaming. So we're here. Maybe we've had the same issues.
Right, and I think partially that's why I created, that the tech support channel in the Discord. It's just like we're all trying to figure this out at the same time. Some of us are ahead of each other. Some of us have run into like the same problems that you're having right now. So it's good just to like crowdsource it. I think that what I was going to say is that tech is a crazy thing, especially if you're streaming and you're streaming solo. For the first time, when you hit that that stream button and things go wrong and you're having to troubleshoot live, that's like it's I think there's not a lot of credit goes out to streamers, but it should in terms of like putting out fires. It's you're in a situation like when you're streaming solo, you're the only one that's you're the only one that's putting out the fire. You're the last last authority in your stream. So all the responsibility falls to you, and having to like split focus while staying entertaining or like doing your thing, and then and taking care of tech issues. It can be daunting, but so kudos everybody.
Yeah, if you're a streamer, pat yourself on the back, bro. Just
I can't reach.
Okay, we don't all have massive biceps, but okay.
What? Who has those?
What?
Gabe, you got into streaming back in 2019 after a mutual decision with family and friends to stream Minecraft on our own server. Nice. Your first streams were like 16 hours or something. Yeah, that's totally a thing, right? That can happen. I don't know if I would make that a regular thing, 16 hours at a time, but that's chill. Let's see. Questions. One of your highest viewed vids is my pirated food supply sketch performance of Earl and Chris. Yes, that I remember that. If again, Pinoy Taku, another roommate from back in the day, is referring to a sketch that me and Arcade Chris were in about 10 years ago, where we're doing like kind of a parody of Air Supply. And that's floating around the internet, but I've played that on stream a few times. Usually it's a late night stream, or I'm just like, I don't feel like sleeping yet, and I'm like let's watch old videos of me and Chris doing sketch. And sometimes people hang around, but I know, Ang, you were talking about like, let's actually do that one day, like, and have it scheduled. Maybe I will do that one day, because some of that stuff is it's pretty funny, I think. I don't know. Fucking Castro. Corpse husband, is that you? Wait, corpse husband? I'm just kidding. I am not corpse husband. Corpse husband. We don't know what he looks like, right?
Know what his hands look like.
That's right. These are not the hands.
These are not the hands.
These are not the hands.
And then you pop on some rings. You're like, now they're the hands.
Now they're the. You
Thanos.
recognize me? A knife. I don't know. Let's see. What else we got? Wear a blazer. What's up, Germ? How you doing, dude? Yo-yo stream coming soon. Nice.
Hey.
Yo. What general advice would you give for people who are starting their streaming adventure?
Oh, shoot. I've said this. Just ask yourself what your goal is. Why are you doing it?
Right.
Because maybe you're bored and you're like, I want to be big on Twitch. It's like, but why do you want to be big on Twitch? You know?
Yeah, right. Yeah, break it down, right?
Find hobbies outside of streaming. That helps. That helps making it so that you're not wondering how you can enjoy things outside of streaming. Like when I'm in a league and I'm like, I have a game. I haven't gotten to the point where I've streamed games, but I'm like, I literally have to leave and do this thing. I have a commitment, and it bums me out because I'll be streaming and I'm like, oh, I wish I could keep streaming, but it's like, I never regret stepping away from my computer and enjoying life.
Right, and you shouldn't have to. I know some of us might not have that that opportunity right now, but when it does pop up, you should definitely take it. It's again. Like acting, one of the big things people say is like about having an acting career and staying happy in it is acting can't be your everything. You can't eat, drink, sleep, and fart shit acting all the time. You have to have other things. You have to have other facets. You know, like a cut gem isn't valuable because it only has two facets. You know, it's not the what makes a gem beautiful is it has hundreds of little facets that all contribute to the way it shines light. So
yeah, none of us want to see
yourself
like a pro. Imagine if we were only pro streamer. That's all we did. That's all we knew. Like,
right?
No, we watch each other because we have things about ourselves that make us different. Right. I don't like to get too cliched with it. I'm trying to think if there's something we haven't hit on.
More people need to see your sketch. Thanks, Arnold. I love Air Supply. I know, same. I'm all out of love, so lost without you.
Shark says, what are your accomplishments you are most proud of so far since streaming?
What am I most proud of? I don't know. Honestly, I'm everything after like making affiliate and getting the first payout ever. Everything's just been like icing on the on the cake at this point. Everything is just like sweet.
Yeah.
Well, let's say I will say the 24-hour stream was definitely an accomplishment because, that was a slog. But it was a lot of fun, and we raised a lot of money, and we got a lot of subs. It was a freaking party without being in the same room with people, and just the entirety of the 24-hour stream. That was probably one of my biggest the accomplishments I'm happiest about. Also, the one chip challenge.
Oh dear. I'm proud that I haven't done a 24-hour stream. I'm proud that I've suppressed that part of my personality for me, because I feel like that would be me, like, doing it for the numbers, because I don't want to. Oh my gosh.
I was debating it a good long time. I'm like, do I really want to do this, and why am I doing this? But
yeah. Because some people say it's like what's the word for it? Like a rite of passage for streamers. Like, gotta do a 24-hour stream.
I feel like I've seen a lot of like newer streamers pop up. I mean, when I say newer streamers, people who started right around when we did. Like throw together 24, and I'm just like, that's crazy. Like to be like as new as we are, and then like throw together a 24. But some people have the endurance, and they can recover from it pretty well. Not so much for me.
Not us. What else do we have here? Oh, when partner is achieved, what is the vision after that? I'm not asking myself that question yet.
Yeah.
One thing at a time for me, in terms of that.
One thing at a time. I like to start tackling something in my mind when it becomes a little more concrete. So right now, partner, it feels still a bit of a ways away, and I don't want to have too much to worry and envision about quite yet. I think that helps with burnout too.
When I get partner, I'm gonna make emotes. That's the next goal.
Yeah, that's the one thing
Fill
I'm
up
like
the emotes.
excited to. Just all the emotes floating around in my head. I can make all these now.
Yeah.
But I'm not like excited so much about like the more money or any of that. It's the emotes.
Nothing really changes. There's like a slight what is the actual number change for partner?
In terms of
is there a higher payout for one aspect?
Ad payout is what it is.
Yeah. And none of us are really rolling around in dough from the ads. So, but yeah, because literally I peruse for better for worse. Sometimes I peruse the Twitch subreddit, and people who talk about getting partnered, they're like, nothing changed. Like I have a check mark.
Right. That doesn't make it. That doesn't necessarily make you more trustworthy, or it doesn't mean more people are gonna. Because I can say for myself, I never like go around Twitter and go like, ooh, they have a check mark, they must be good. I never say that. I just go in. You guys are gems. You're a gem germ. It sounded weird. Shark, you've avoided 24-hour streams. Need an actual reason to do it. Yeah, I mean, I attached mine to my birthday, so I attached mine to my birthday and hitting 1,000 followers. So that's what I attached mine to. So I mean, good idea. The biggest accomplishment for you, Gabe, is networking, connecting community. But for me, it almost feels like meeting people LA streamers would have crossed paths with at some point. Definitely. Hey, Ross Boss, what's up? How art thou doing?
Hi, Ross. It blows my mind how many people I've met who are in LA that I've met now that I'm not in LA because of this platform. Like, I'm networking better.
That's true.
Doing things that have nothing to do with acting. I'm networking better with the acting community by stepping away and just doing whatever I want to do. It just kind of brings you in because of you. I just ride Earl's coattails. That's my advice.
No.
Ride Earl's coattails.
Did your face. It's not what's happening here.
Do you want an apple strudel? Yes, please.
Yes. Is it a toaster strudel?
I don't know. Or is it an OPEC strudel? Oh, Shark says $3 per sub versus $2.50. Oh, I didn't know that.
I mean, that's an appreciable change. 50 cents on the uptick.
Oh my gosh, Gabe asked, what's your idea and ultimate vision for your merch? Making that merch was just to have fun. It is not an indicator. Some of it is an indicator of my personal style, but I think for like everything I do on stream, I'm just trying to make myself laugh out loud, and making that merch did it. So goal achieved. Yeah.
I with my merch, I don't know. I've always wanted, like, young Earl, like maybe young college Earl wanted to like make T-shirts. It's what I wanted to do, and there's still a part of me now that's like, you know what if I just start designing shirts that have nothing to do with my stream, and they just look cool. I can do that through the Stream Element stores. It's probably not a good idea in like legal terms wise, like, because I wouldn't have any ownership. I don't know what the things are, but the legal ramifications are. But right now the goals for the merch is just to have cool stuff. I just wanted stuff that I could wear or use that was like personalized for all of us, like this massive mouse pad behind me. This mouse pad turned house banner. So
that thing's huge.
It is.
Ross says.
Well,
Ross says merch goal: infinite flip flop choices for left and right.
Interchangeable, yeah. Or every sock possible.
Oh, it's a whole Danish. Ooh, yes, please. I only have 3 though.
That's fair. I could take half a Danish.
I'm trying to think. Let me go back. Is there anything that I've missed so far? Oh, and then Gabe asked when... Oh, we already answered that.
Network, Marmo, you've networked a heck a lot more than I ever did in school. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, networking, meeting people in Twitch just feels a whole lot less pressure than real life.
Yeah.
and it doesn't make the connections any less meaningful, you know. So
And it's nice to have that feedback. We're all getting practice in networking. We're getting some, even though it's different. Still recommend if you have the ability to do whatever networking you can outside the platform, but you have to say something in order to interact on Twitch. So you're getting feedback from the community and learning good etiquette and learning not being afraid to put yourself out there. So good
right.
things.
Oh, there was a actually that reminds me. Arnold asked, I think, something. What is good stream etiquette?
These are things I don't think about until they happen. We've talked about not like self-promoting out of
In other streamers, yeah.
yeah.
Which I totally broke today.
Yeah. I was like, Earl is promoting himself in my chat. I think it's you know, it's arranged because there's no hard
Right.
and fast rules. And there's what makes you feel comfortable. Like I know when I'm ending a stream on ASMR. At this
Yeah.
point, that might change, but I kind of feel like the pressure to raid another ASMR stream because I don't want to hurt anyone's poor ears if we raid someone
Right.
else and they're loud or whatever. That's just a
there's that,
specific
right?
one. Yeah, it's just whatever you encounter. What things are we? Because I feel like these go into your brain and you just act accordingly and you kind of forget about etiquette things.
I guess I mean the big thing for me is like not promoting in other people's streams, but also not going to other people's streams and asking for the raid. Especially if
Yeah.
you don't the raid or the follow or the sub, or asking other people in the chat to gift you a sub. That's weird too.
I guess in general, it's like don't expect anything is a good golden
Right.
rule. Even asking for things, it's okay to ask for help, but
Right.
asking for anything that's gonna like give you an advantage.
Mhm.
Is that a good way to say it? I don't know.
I guess, or like, yeah, that's kind of
Don't do
I don't
anything
know.
that's gonna put any sort of pressure on the streamer.
right. Yeah, just I think following the golden rule is just like if you wouldn't want anybody to come in and like and demand these things of you, then don't do that in other people's streams. You know.
If you're in someone's stream, you're there to enjoy their content, not for them to do something for you.
Yeah, there's that. I guess don't treat other streamers like animals behind at a zoo. You know, don't be like dance for me, monkey. That's a
For
bad
one
place.
bit at a time.
Can you
Maybe-
imagine doing that to like people we don't know though?
Yeah. No, I don't know. It's really interesting because you get really comfortable in your communities, right? And then you'll go to
Right.
another stream and you're like, I don't know if this is if I
don't
need to
know
calm myself down now.
I don't know if I should drop this 1-bit torrent on them.
Right.
Don't down the chatters for no reason, right? KF.
Oh,
would
yeah.
Watch Earl, but my biggest reason for Twitch community growing, got to think, oh man, thanks for hanging around, dude. Kate. Okay, right. Yeah, totally. I love that. Like we've all made connections, and we've all been able to like grow out of this together, which is kind of crazy. You know, I never would have met half these people and helped to grow a community with everybody if Twitch was not a thing. Something about it feels more genuine. Whoops. Earl and my other college roomie enjoyed designing club shirts. Yeah, we would design all the shirts for all like, the Filipino clubs that we were a part of. Yeah, basically business etiquette 101. Don't be a dick. Don't do something where like 5 years down the road, somebody might go like, "Oh, I remember that asshole."
Don't be desperate.
Right, there's
That's
a
a
good
big
Don't
one
be
because
desperate.
that will dictate what your behaviors are. But don't need Twitch.
Right.
Don't be desperate. Yeah, that's what we said. It can't be your
It's like-
all.
It can be your all, and I mean, that's another acting thing. Is like if you walk into an audition room and they can smell the desperation on you, you've already lost the role. You've already lost it. Reading the virtual room does go a long way. That's very true, Ang. Read the virtual room.
This guy voice acts.
What?
What?
What? Didn't you have a list of
I did. We've answered the top 3. And
Nice.
we've answered the serious ones. The next question was, what's your favorite legendary Pokemon? I'll say Suicune.
Mine is as elf.
Is that a Pokemon? Or are we talking about Lord of the Rings now?
Or Cresselia. That's a
Are
good
you
one.
Googling right now?
No.
I was looking at your chat. I was like, is he writing something in his chat right now? And I was like, I don't see what he's writing.
Furious keystrokes didn't give it away.
Oh, dear.
I don't know what any of the legendary Pokemon is. Char's Dragonite? No, Charizard? Is that? No.
He's just legendary in our hearts. He looks
Got
cool.
it. Got it. I mentioned this, I think, in Pokemon Master Holly stream a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I've never played a Pokemon game, so besides Go, so I
What?
don't know any. Yeah,
Wow.
I never told you this.
Maybe I repressed it in order to maintain our friendship. Or maybe it's just hard to believe because I guess that was the game I grew up with. That was probably one of the first games I remember
For a lot of people,
playing.
it was their first like RPG and really even first game.
Yeah, that's the reason why I got a Game Boy. I played Pokemon.
And yeah, I know a
once.
lot of people can say the same thing, right? I
Yeah,
think
Marlo,
I
you know
just
so.
missed it. I had just missed the Pokemon train. And I didn't watch the anime all that much. It was more Digimon.
Yeah. Pokemans.
Pokemon.
Isn't that a streamer?
Pokemans, right?
That are-
That is a streamer.
And then my last question submission I got was, how many chicken nuggets can you eat?
I had like 15 just now.
Oh, from where? McDonald's?
No,
They're like dino nuggets?
just frozen ones, and then I threw them in a fryer for like 5 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah, it was almost McDonald's.
I can eat 412.
I can definitely eat at least 30.
I wasn't talking in one sitting, but I can eat 412 in my lifetime. I made the counter. I made a chicken nugget counter right before I ended my last stream.
Oh yeah, oh, did you make it?
0 out of 412.99. We are gonna hit that goal one day.
Nice. You just put nuggets on your treat stream, right?
I think they've been on it,
Oh, okay.
allegedly.
I haven't looked at your treat stream since last time I looked at your treat stream. When was that? I don't remember.
I was thinking about disabling everything but nuggets, but then I'm gonna hate nuggets, and I don't want to do that to me.
I mean, like me just having burritos on mine. Who wants that?
I mean, I don't have a chicken nuggets yoga mat behind me. I've got
This
the
one?
void behind me.
It's true. The void.
I did 25 pieces in one sitting. Gotta change sauces after 5. I can eat more if I don't eat sauce because I have
can
a
see that.
ritual. Because I dip it in buffalo and then ranch, lovingly.
I Actually, shout out to Gabe for sending me chicken wings last night. So Gabe sent me chicken wings last night,
Nice.
and I didn't even remember what from Papa John's. I didn't even remember what.
Oh, I like their
sauces it came
wings.
with. Yeah, they're pretty good. I got the plain ones, and the spicy garlic sauce that comes with it is
Papa John's is the
Pretty
best
awesome.
garlic sauce. I haven't
Yeah,
tried the
it was
spicy
pretty
one,
good.
but I bet it's amazing.
it's pretty good. I had to add more spice to it, but it's decent flavor wise.
You had to add more spice to it. This guy eats spicy stuff. I just started eating Flamin' Hot Cheetos, and they make me a little uncomfortable, but I like them.
Did
Ooh.
it? Was it a little painful? Or the
Yeah, sometimes when I first started eating them, now it's a little bit okay. It's pretty much at my threshold of I want to continue eating this.
what is this treat stream you speak of? So basically, Arnold, you can set up a thing. It's basically a landing page through a service called TreatStream, where you can put together certain menu items, and then people from your viewership can look through that list and send you food, like any of those meals that you've pre-set up. And it's just a way to do it. Basically, some of the money goes to charity, but also so you don't dox yourself.
Yeah.
People can still send you stuff.
That's my other advice. Be careful about doxing yourself and others on Twitch. That's
Right.
something that I had to really train myself to do.
Because that can totally happen,
Because once the info's out there, it's out there.
right? I don't know. You only know Gen 1-2 Pokemon. Mew's my favorite. Is Mew a legendary?
Yes.
Nice.
As far as I know. But yeah.
Mew's my favorite now too. Too late.
Jeremy says dream collabs, if any. There's one correct answer to this.
Vanessa Bob. Is that okay?
Okay, second dream collab.
Let's see. Second dream collab.
I've never thought about that. Shoot.
Yeah, me neither.
Timbaland.
Timbaland.
I just caught a stream for the first time last night. It was rocking. He's got some scenes. He's got some overlays. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Woo! It looks like a party. And you get to listen to his music. And he's just chilling. Yes.
Does he stream like often?
This is the first time I saw him go live. I'm gonna say no.
Right. Valkyrie. She's only YouTube only. She's YouTube only, right?
Oh,
right,
we're
right.
on YouTube right now.
I know.
Maybe
What's up,
you guys
Valkyrie?
will come over.
I don't know. I have ideas. What I really like doing is like pulling people who aren't already in the Twitch space into the Twitch space. So I've had this idea. I'm just like, hey, yo, we should like just Tomb Raider wise. I'm like, dude, if I could get Camilla on on the stream and we could talk Tomb Raider for just one stream, that'd be nuts. But I don't think I can do it.
Never know.
Timbaland bops ahead with such with such conviction. If we could get Gary V up in here,
You have to really be like doing your work. You have to, because he hates it when fans are like, oh yeah, I consume your content, and he's like, are you doing what I'm telling you to do? And they're like, yeah, and he's like, no. So I'm seeing people collab with him, but you better be
Right. On
hustling,
your shit,
doing,
right.
yeah, you better be on it because every day he he gets 1,000 emails a day where people are like, will you be like shooting their
sure he
shot
does.
because he promotes that, but yeah.
I feel like we're doing pretty well with that. I mean, maybe not content every day, but pretty close to it. I mean, I
Yeah.
feel like the days that I'm not streaming, I'm at least pretending to take care of my Insta. I'm just gonna type in this because it makes me feel better, but it doesn't do anything.
Did you do exclamation point Insta? I'll see it in like 5 seconds.
Exclamation! Oh yeah, socials basically.
I think it was it Patrick who brought it up earlier about finding that like balance. If you are finding yourself streaming everything in your life,
Right.
maybe at that point, maybe just try streaming things that are just at least promote some wellness or help you out, you know?
Right.
If you wanna, if you feel comfortable, if you need to like have some what's the word, mindfulness or just relaxation, maybe do some yoga, or like if it makes you feel happy to draw. But like if you find yourself having a little addiction, maybe do something like I eat. I don't eat healthy, but I do get my food in. Like I never have to worry about that. So maybe incorporate good things that you should be having in your life. So
Right. I mean, if you could like literally stream whatever you wanted. Like I know Ang started doing a his workouts on stream. That I find that admirable.
Yeah.
I don't know who it was, or if it was anybody I follow, but they were just doing their journaling on stream, and I'm
Yeah.
like, that's great, you know. And there were people in chat, so as long as you've got like an enjoyment for something or a love for something, it'll come through in your stream, I think.
I was gonna say I do my trolling on stream now
Instead of in real life.
instead of in real life.
I'm just waiting for somebody to be like, Earl, get the fuck out of here, man. Stop with that shit.
Stop it.
It's gonna happen one day.
It will. It will. We will need to be checked.
You wrote a blog on stream. Oh, maybe that was it, Gabe. Because I remember, watching somebody write. I don't remember exactly what the circumstances were. It must have been like a couple months ago. But yeah, I don't know. I how did you feel about that? Did that work out well for you?
Shark says, "Do you think Fazoli's will bring back Lobster Mac?" I think they will. I'm holding out hope. I think they're
shit,
purposely
understood.
suppressing it so that to build up, desire for it.
Like
It's
in the
there.
Disney Vault.
Yeah.
Going back into the Disney Vault. Troll streams on stream.
Like Taco Bell taking away our potatoes just to give us back the potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
What a bunch of dicks.
And it works.
I know. Pinoy Taco, miss my Zanga. Yeah, I remember Zanga.
Oh,
So-
yeah. Sorry, go on.
No, because I'm going to change directions. What
Well,
about,
we were talking about
what are
like
you gonna say?
nostalgia. The other day I was streaming Neopets because I needed to I need to just touch that piece of my heart again. So
Neopets?
there's that. Yeah.
That's great. I think that's like I dig like the random ass streams sometimes. I think
Yeah.
they're great. I haven't done a random stream in a while, but maybe it usually happens on a Saturday when
Mr. Schedule over here. Randomness on Saturdays. You've carved out the time for freedom
I've carved up my random time. It's on Saturday
to
night.
let loose.
There was a time when I was, because that used to be like I was trying to do this thing where I was watching a random fantasy movie every Saturday on and I would stream it on Amazon Prime through Twitch, but I got really busy and then I couldn't keep up with it. But it'd be cool to do that like randomly again. But I was going to bring up Zanga. I actually exported my entire Zanga. So going back to 2001, I want to say, I downloaded it from the Zanga site and then I put everything up on my current website on earlbalon.com. So my entire blog history from 2001 is on that site right now, and some of it is fucking embarrassing, but it's up there.
Hey, for a limited time only before it goes back in the Earl Vault.
Because I know before I expunge it.
Yeah, and then put on your OnlyFans. Put it behind a paywall.
Oh,
read
shit.
my diary. Read my Zanga OnlyFans.
Can you imagine? Oh God, that would be a semi-wholesome OnlyFans.
Semi.
And just put the rest of the the last promo pic on there. It was cool. I had some random bloggers appear and ASMR people appreciating the typing sounds. Oh, nice.
Oh, Pinoy Taka just called you out.
Why? What did he say?
I remember those entries. Earl is hella emo. Did you like? I'm just picturing an actual journal at this point. I'm like, did you break in and like read his journal one day?
No, I know. Yeah, they were. Yeah. Oh God, they were bad. I mean, that's what was embarrassing about them. Yeah. 20s, the 20s were my early 20s were tough. At least in my head, they were. I imported my Zang into WordPress. Yeah, same here. So my website is WordPress backend, and I met my friend Rachel. Oh, right, yeah, I know Rachel. I know of Rachel through Zanga. Nice. A potted plant. Why? Today's mood apathetic. Currently listening.
Everybody our generation on Zanga was emo.
Including me. Yeah, I think we were all emo. I think if I can still remember some of y'all's Zanga logins. I remember Pinoy Tacos. I remember Steph.
Are you gonna sell those on OnlyFans?
I know. I remember Vince's.
Jeez. And we watch Garden State every day. That was a good movie. I think it's time for me to watch that again. It's been a while.
Do you want to watch it later? Well, not. Maybe.
Yeah, what are you doing right now? YouTube streaming? let's end and watch Garden State.
I know. Well, let me find out where it's at though.
So while he actually looks that up.
Yeah. We did watch it a lot.
Do I want to watch it with? Okay, so I have this thing with you because I remember when we started watching movies, I was like, I want to watch movies that like both of us haven't seen because I freaking
Right.
I hate like we say we won't do it, but whenever someone watches a movie and the other person hasn't, there's always some dynamic where it's just like this pressure. They're like looking at you, like expecting a reaction at certain points. It's like, will
Right,
they?
it's true. It's true. I mean, we've been pretty good about not watching stuff that one of us has seen before.
Yeah, I think we only watched one movie that one of us has seen. I think it was something that I watched before.
Oh yeah, because we watched Lobster.
Oh yeah, watch that, guys.
Yeah. To be fair, I was emo myself. We were all emo, dude, and we all had code names and shit. I remember that I would code name everybody in my Zanga, and then be like very candid and with everything else. So I would be very specific about what happened, but like I would change all the names out. And one day I got caught because somebody was like, "Am I this?" And I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, you are."
It's like they broke the code, and then now they've access to everything.
Right, yeah. They figured out what their code name was, and I was like, well, I can't do that anymore. So that was fun. Does anybody else have any questions?
Really, anything. I wanted this to be a platform for, even if it feels like too simple to ask
Right.
anywhere else. Like, what button do I push to make this happen?
Yeah, anything at all. I mean, I know a lot of people are thinking about starting, so if you have any like reservations even about what you're gonna do, here we're totes available. I had a couple
People.
oh yeah, right. What is my favorite? In the meantime, I'm gonna answer a question I got from Instagram. What is your favorite game? Well, my favorite game is Zelda 3: Link to the Past. So that's mine. On the
Shark was streaming that. That was really enjoyable
yeah?
to watch.
It's a good God. It's,
It's
such
a good game. That's my favorite game soundtrack for sure.
Yeah, there's a reason why I play Zelda. Well, the stuff I play is from Ocarina, but Zelda on the recorder. Do you have a favorite game?
I think the one that was closest to my heart was Kingdom Hearts.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I want to do a replay of that, or because I haven't played it since it was, on PS2, and I don't remember it very well.
Yeah.
I did play it recently, like the first maybe hour or so, and I the first thing I remarked was like, this camera, the camera is horrible in it. That's the only thing, but
Yeah.
you can't move the camera at all. It's static, and there's so many times where you get caught behind like something and you can't see. But other than that, it's fine.
Yeah, I kind of don't want to replay it for that reason. I'm sure
Yeah,
it's not as good as I remember.
Yeah, I want to say like if they do a remaster, yeah, and they give it a camera, like a
Did they
movable
do a
camera,
remaster?
it'll change.
I
don't
feel like
think they have.
they did a package of like a few of the games. I don't know. I just know when I saw the commercial and Simple and Clean played, it hit me a certain way.
That's Utada Hikaru's song, right? Simple and clean.
Yes.
Clean and simple.
So Pinoy Taco says, besides having mods, how do you personally handle toxic followers?
Toxic followers? I think that's a case-by-case basis for me. I think people, especially if they've, if they're just a rando, like that is, that comes in out of nowhere and just starts ruckus from the beginning and is toxic in general. I mean, they just get. I'm pretty zero tolerance about that shit. So like, they get an auto ban from me. It's not like I don't, I don't even deal with it. I'm like, why give that like emotional real estate at all? Just toss it out. If there's somebody who has been around for a while, then of course you can always talk to them one-on-one. But I think it's like it's important to, at least at the very beginning, like nip that stuff in the bud. If it happens, you always like there's always the verbal warning, and then like, hey, if you keep on doing that, I'm gonna have to ban you. And then the ban happens. So I don't know. I've never felt bad about it, but I don't know. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, just knowing that it's your stream, your rules, so you don't have to. You don't give it any emotional real estate, like you said, because there's no wondering like, was that the right thing to do? It's like, no, this is my page, so if I don't like it, you're gone.
Right. And of course, there is there are tools that the mods have.
Yeah, Automod helps a lot too.
Yeah, Automod.
So I'm
Automod
not
does help
exposed to a lot of it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's that, and then the timing out that's helpful too, because that is not the first line, but like, so that's one of the lines where it's like, oh, I got timed out, probably should stop being a jackass, and then if they continued, that ban button.
Yeah, for me, because I remember when I started streaming earlier last year, I was streaming Jackbox at the time. Jackbox gets targeted a lot.
You had that experience.
And it brought by just by trolls, it's not like anyone targeting me specifically. And I had to take some time off to really consider if this was something that I was, because at the time I didn't have any I think I had you, but I didn't really have a team of mods. So something that I had to deal with myself live on stream. So I took time off from stream. I think I took a couple months off to just really ask myself if it's something I wanted to do. And then when I came back, I realized that it was, and I came back and then like didn't have to deal with it anymore. I think Jackbox came out with more mod settings too to help against that.
Right. And Jackbox in general has just been.
They're dangerous games. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the more you stream, the more you feel comfortable like putting out fires, like you said, and just knowing that it's not you don't have to feel the pressure to prevent these things from happening. They happen to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You just keep your calm, and then you deal with it, and then you continue on.
Right. And a lot of times it's, you know, it's not a personal thing. They're going around like
It's for shock
fucking
factor.
with everybody. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's your it's your prerogative whether or not you want to, you know, stomp on it or not. And mine is usually I stomp on it, so
Just know that you're in control. It was scary because I was a beginning streamer, and I could see that for a lot of people who are beginning. It's scary when you're in control, but you don't know how, like, waiting for your first troll attack or whatever, first troublesome person. Because you're like, how am I gonna cope if someone writes something just terrible on stream? Like, will I get banned? So,
yeah. I mean, I've seen it. I've absolutely seen it. So,
yeah. If it happens, you know, I mean, you can even. Some people say it's like it's admitting defeat if you like end stream. But if you don't know what you're doing, instead of freaking out, I mean, you can just hit end stream. You don't owe anybody anything.
like just like, well, boom, later.
Boom, later, and then maybe reach out to a friend and be like, "This happened. Like, what do I do if that happens in the future? I don't know what to push. What do I do?" I see on TikTok. Like, people have tips on what to do. There's a website where, like, if you get, like, a troll raid, it'll download that person's VOD, so then you can report them to Twitch for, like, targeted harassment or whatever. So I haven't had to do any of those things, but TikTok's been kind of clutch. I like the Twitch community on there. You learn things.
No, that's cool. That's super cool.
So yeah, know that you can't, you don't know what to expect. If something happens, you'll get better at handling things. And if it feels like too much, step away and stream, do whatever you want to do. And just know that, like, you're not disappointing anybody by doing it. People understand.
Yeah, absolutely. Even if you're stepping away just for, you know, for personal reasons, like you need a break, or I've said that on my Discord, like, I don't know if I'm going to be streaming regularly this week, and I took a week off about a week off on like after my birthday, just to, you know, just to recoup after the 24-hour, really. So
if we're talking like specific advice, I know when that happened, I just learned to make a blank, like a white source, just a white image. I saved a like white box from Google. So if something was, because people were writing things back when, like, on the loading screens, people would write bad things. So you just click to that, and I'm like, boom, you can't see anything.
Oh, for Jackbox?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was like enough for me to be like, okay, I can, well, and then I remember people to be like, are the lights out? People would be joking in chat. They're like, I can't see anything. And then I'm like, boop, 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 fixing things on my own. And then my camera wasn't there, so I, you know, people don't have to see me freaking out or whatever. So they're little tips and tricks.
Yeah.
And things are getting easier over time.
Become a stand-up comic and grab a few hecklers, learn how to deal with it that way, and then take that on the road to on Twitch.
It's like throwing yourself into the pool, the deep end, to learn how to swim.
Exactly. The nuclear option. I saw this video that was going around Twitter about I forgot which streamer it was, but she like completely like destroyed this, somebody in her chat for asking like what color her thong was. I was like, that was pretty awesome. Because I mean, why would you go into somebody's fucking chat and ask shit like that? I'll post it later in my Discord. I'm just gonna type this because it gives me comfort. So.
Marmo, grab a few hecklers and throw them in your stream. Hire hecklers. If you want me or Earl to be your safe zone, your safe box heckler. We'd probably just be funny about it though.
Where'd you get that Cintiq? The toilet store? That's as hard as I'm gonna go. I don't know. Do I have any other questions?
Let me see.
I have ones that are not about streaming, and it's you had one of those, right?
Yeah. No, we've already answered all of mine.
Oh, you have. Okay.
Yeah.
Mine is, what is your favorite Tomb Raider thing on set? And I'm like,
Me? Myself?
No. Funny story on. I know. Whenever anybody asks that, I always tell a funny story on set is we have these huge mandibles, that we're wearing that have the cameras on the end. And there's one scene where like we have to, me and Camilla have to run each other, and it's like a running hug. And because we have these mandibles, you can't face straight on when you're hugging. You have to do this turn, like at the last second, or else you'll get caught, like two kids kissing with braces. And so at the last moment we turn our heads, and we're walking too fast, so when we make impact for the hug, you can hear us both go and it comes out in the recording, and you can see the sound guys like laughing, but we have to continue with the scene. That's one I always tell. But,
Is that how you hug people now?
yeah, just gonna do it. I don't know what a hug is. I don't know.
They had me doing the audition, and they're like, "Oh, what are you doing? You're hurting her."
I don't think she can breathe. But yeah, that's my last question on my list. All two of my questions. It's the best it gets. Thanks. Love that. What's up, Warrior? I know you were in here earlier, but I'm just. If anybody else has a question.
Yeah, if you guys are thinking of any last minute questions, do so. Otherwise, if we want to continue the discussion, you guys can always ask us more questions. If we had enough, we could do another video like this. We have our growing communities on Discord, so you can join either of our Discords. I guess I could post my invite link.
You grab yours.
Whenever there's anything tech related, I send people over to you because you have that tech channel, which is clutch.
It's just so many people were asking questions because a lot of people were thinking about starting. So it's I was like, let's just put this all in one place. Here is Vanessa's.
What type of mics do y'all use? I use this one. This is the 3DO. I don't know what kind it is. It was the lower range one.
It's the you're right, the free space, right? I think, and that's
Maybe.
attached to a PreSonus audio interface.
Yeah, I use this for ASMR. Earl knows my specs better than I do because he likes specs.
I do.
I'm like, a white one? I don't know. The white one with ears?
Yeah, she has a PreSonus 96. I use this. Where are you? Which is it's the Neat King Bee. I don't know if you can even find this anymore, but like, these were the company that makes this is it was created by a whole bunch of people that left Blue Microphones, which is why it looks like it does. But this is a Neat King Bee that I use for like auditions as well, and it is being fed into a Scarlett Focusrite 2i2, so the 2-channel Scarlett. And here's my Discord. Where is it?
Let me. One question that I thought of is, what are some mistakes that we made at the beginning?
That's a good one.
None.
We were
perfect.
We were letter perfect from the beginning.
I don't know.
One thing that I remember, I think I consider a mistake is like setting up my OBS, not creating scenes, like just having one scene and then there's a whole bunch of sources. And I
Oh,
was like,
that was totally me. That was me until like a few months ago. I was losing my mind. I was on stream. I was like, how many sources do you guys have? Because I have 60, and it's hard to find things. And I still have a lot. I need to organize that fully.
I'm still in the process of it. I just started like separating scenes by games I play like consistently. So I have one that's just for Jackbox, and then one that's just for Among Us. So it has like the little thing to hide the room code and all that, and the windows for the Discord overlay and everything. And then I have a general one that's just for the Tuesday and Sunday games that just switches out. But and then I have other sources like this. This is a I mean, this,
BRB.
I know this scene is just a one that we used or I used for today, but there is one for like the one chip challenge that's like kind of messy.
Fire.
Yep. Well, say it.
I'm trying to think of a mistake I made. I know there's been many. Maybe I just repressed them all. I don't know. Weirdest sponsor to approach you guys, if any. I haven't got any weird ones since for Twitch. I don't think I've gone through. If I found a sponsor weird, I didn't take it.
I get a whole bunch of those like
Get scam ones.
Yeah, the scam ones on Insta. But
like weirdest item or something? I don't know.
I don't think I've received any real sponsor opportunities. But yeah. Mistakes. I'm still trying to think of mistakes.
We know there's like endless but it's funny that it's like graduation goggles. We can think of the good times easily on Twitch, but I can't remember my mistakes.
Right. I still do this, but like not muting my mic when I go to the bathroom. There's that. Literally, my most viewed clip on on my channel is me playing Final Fantasy 15, going up to the bathroom, and then people can hear me fart. Best clip ever. Right.
Content is content.
Content is content. And it wasn't a small fart, dude. It was like it's like during midstream. So it was like peeing and then like this is really it's not like your walk-on sound, but it's
it's less bass. It's less bass boosted.
I should just boost the bass on that clip to see how bassy I can get it. I
guess none of the mistakes are detrimental because I guess it brought us here. Everyone's gonna be making mistakes. They just seem, I don't know, and a lot of them just seem like what things that don't maybe vibe with you rather than mistakes, because they might not be mistakes for other people.
I think a lot of it's just like growing pain stuff. More so figuring out like vibe. Well, let's consider this a mistake. I feel like in the beginning, when I started streaming, I felt like I needed to fit a particular type of mold that people, that other streamers might fall into. Like I felt like I had to be like, loud and boisterous and constantly talking. But like, I mean, there's definitely an audience for that, and probably a huge one. But I don't. When I got to the point where I was just being very chill with everything, I'm just like, we're just here having fun, and that's when I think I really started to enjoy streaming.
I want to see you do a stream as the boisterous, because whenever like people bring you up in other chats, they're like, "Oh yeah, Earl, he's like the chillest dude ever." I would love. Oh my gosh, I would love if I could link to be like, "Oh no, he's not. Look at this boisterous dude."
Like that way specifically. Are you kidding? He's like the most boisterous. It just oh well, I guess not even then. Like clips from me like sleep drunk at the end of the 24-hour stream. Yo, what's going on, guys? What's up, everybody? My name is Earl. Yeah,
That's how he talks to me outside of streaming.
I do. Vanessa, what are you doing? How was the rest of the stream? Was it great?
I'm like, please delete my number, please, I beg of you. It's 2 in the morning. I have a family. There's so many calls.
We haven't talked in 5 years. Delete my contact. Yeah. Sorry.
Now I can't stop. Oh boy.
Oh, sweet. Look at this. Let me see if I can
What?
get. Germ just sent me his logo.
Ooh.
Yeah. Germ, are you still in chat?
I really like the YouTube Live. I like looking at these analytics.
The live analytics are pretty awesome, aren't they? I'm a little jealous that
Visuals.
Right.
Because you get to
that
see a
Twitch doesn't
graph
have it.
in motion.
Yeah.
It's like in Phasmo, the Team Sanity.
Right.
It's just the activity. It's like,
That's-
ooh, these viewers are
The
hunting.
new Phasmo is crazy. Changes everything. You are frozen, my dear.
Me?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I can see on your side. Should I just reset my camera?
I guess so.
Or should I reset Discord? Because it's good on my end. Oh, that's cool. Just cover my face. It's fine.
Is this?
If I leave the call, hopefully that doesn't wreck everything. Let me call you back.
Actually, let me try first. Let me try something on my end. It might be.
I look pained. I look like oh, there we go. That's good.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah, that was weird.
I was gonna say I look like I just ate the one chip challenge, and I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna be violently sick.
Right. Well, there's Germ's new logo. That's nice. I dig it, dude.
It looks familiar. Like it looks like a dude I know.
It's almost like somebody drew a side profile of Arnold.
Yep. That's my kid silhouette. Arnold's your kid? I dig it. Yo, the
If
colors
anybody-
match Earl's lighting setup right now.
They do.
They vibe with it.
I bring this up because if anybody doesn't know, Germ is the guy that takes care of all my tech, the hardware. So
Your tech guy. My tech
He's
guy
your
is
tech-
Amazon.com.
yeah, dude. I'm gonna work this into the overlays soon. So
Imagine if Jeremy was like, what's the weirdest sponsor you've gotten? And you're like, yo, my tech guy is just a little
I know there's this dude
off the wall.
man. My tech dude. He's a cool guy, but like I can't even. I'm trying to come up with something that's weird about German. I'm like, oh no, he's pretty cool all around.
Read Earl Zanga. You'll find it in there. You just gotta figure out which code name it is.
Wait, now what your code name is? I'm not even try hard enough. It's just Techman. Techman Blade. That guy is so thirsty. I don't know. Did you?
I think that's
have more
it.
questions?
That's
Yeah,
all I
think-
got. We
Same.
have to. I have to recover for our next stream.
Yeah.
So Earl and I will be going live on Twitch tonight. In what, 2.5 hours?
Is it 6, right?
No. Yeah, not for me. Wait, no, I'm 4. Wait, no, my math is
It's-
wrong.
yeah.
I don't know. What time?
So yeah,
when am I going live? 2.5 hours.
2:15. Yeah, about 2.5 hours.
There we go.
So we'll be playing. I don't know who's on the list yet today, but we're going to be playing Among Us with the Avocado Boba clan with Yoshi and some other folks. I haven't looked at the list yet. Brizzy Voices, hello, I'm Kate. Martin Wong Photo. Pokemon Master Holly. Mike Bao.
Kate, yay!
Yay, Kate.
Kate's emotes rock.
Yeah. The kissing one is
The
like
kissing one
genius.
is clutch.
Yeah, it's so good. When I first saw it, I was like, ah.
You know what'd be cool? If
What?
like you could spend money, like a one-time purchase to
Mm-hmm.
unlock a streamer's emote for as long as it's up. But then if they take it down like the next day, it'd be sad. But like if you could just
Right.
have it so you don't have to like keep subscribing for all of them. You're like, just let me pay freaking $25. I want
For a
this one.
lifetime, yeah.
For
I know,
lifetime.
right?
And even,
It's
maybe
so-
if they took it down, you still got to keep it, even if it wasn't in their set. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Get on it, Twitch.
Get on it, Twitch.
Come on.
Come on. Yeah, so this is anything that you need to promote?
No, just the regular streams as always. Friday.
I thought of my mistake. Spicy food challenges. Doing the spicy chip 2 days in a row. That's it. Okay, sorry to interrupt, but it hit me.
No, yeah, that's a big one because that was I can imagine that being super painful.
That was rough.
No, just Friday. Friday's Jackbox. Nothing big. I can't think of anything like off the top of my head. Just finished that Kickstarter, so that's done. Nothing coming out. Yeah, just streams for the rest of the week, I guess. Friday and then Sunday. Tell Me Why, and then I think we're gonna start talking about Power Rangers on Nerdtastic, so it'll be fun.
Fun times.
What about you?
Nothing. I don't plan ahead. Who knows what I know what I'm going to stream in 2 hours, but I don't know if I'm going to be streaming tomorrow or the day after. We will see.
Who knows?
Who
There's no way-
knows?
That's how I find out most days. I'm like working, and then I'm like, bloop. Oh, Vanessa's streaming.
Q is like, you were the person I mod for, that I have no idea when you're gonna go live. I have no
Right.
idea when I need to be there. So yeah, if you want to follow me, well, if you want to see my streams or be notified, the best thing to do is literally to follow me, because then you'll get the notification.
Right.
Or you'll just hop on Twitch and see me live.
Right. I get a heads up like once every so often, but for the most part, it's me discovering.
No one knows. I like to think that I'm just like an indie band that just has secret concerts at like some undisclosed location that it's a chore for people to find out how to support me.
It's like Prince, like at the end of later part of his career, just secret pop-ups.
Thank you. I am like Prince.
Vanessa's the Prince of Twitch.
Thank you.
Prince.
All right, who are we gonna raid?
Okay.
No one. We just hit end.
I know.
That's how it
it's super
goes.
weird. It's I don't know. It makes me feel odd. Woo, you'll be there. Nice, dude. Thanks, Ang.
Thank you guys for hanging out and for asking questions. It's really cool.
Yeah, I hope we imparted some good knowledge here and there. Hopefully, somebody is walking away with a good nugget.
Hey, now you
Consistently
guys know.
inconsistent.
Well, you know Earl Zanga is up there somewhere, so there's
It's on
that
my
knowledge. It's on his
Go-
website.
Yeah, it's on my website. It's just earlbalon.com. It's out there because I'm like, whatever. it was a long time ago. I can come to terms with all that, right? Who knows?
All right.
folks. Hey, Gino. Thanks for hanging out.
As
Later,
far as we know,
Pinocchio.
you can't raid on YouTube. Maybe you can. We just don't know, and that's our
Yeah.
etiquette breaking.
I know. Yeah, you could do this. You could totally. There's got to be commands. There's no commands too, right? Raid your mom. That doesn't work. No. All right. All right, everybody. Have a good day. Take care of each other. Be safe.